Hello. Have you guys seen the newest announcement here from John Lincoln for Goimagine? Randy here with We Crafty Creations, and I just noticed recently that we got announcements up on Facebook and on Maker Place for a new release for the beta dashboard. So the dashboard has been updated. It says they've been fixing some bugs, and they also have a special surprise. So when you click on that link there, it takes you, I don't have that anymore, but it takes you to, I'll just click it again. It takes you to their little, it's on help.goimagine.com somewhere. They give us the release notes every time that they make some changes. So they let us know that they made some changes and fixed some things that were having issues before. There were some issues where the shop URL name wasn't matching when you changed the shop name. Issues with some featured products, the custom domain field, there were some things that were having some issues there. But the most important one of all is that we now have some built-in analytics. And it does say on here, more refinements to come. And keep that in mind because the analytics are fairly basic, but we have some analytics. And so, you know what, that's good enough. So I went into my analytics and I played around a little bit, and I found that about the earliest that the analytics are available is July 10th is what mine is. Might vary from person to person a little bit. And of course, if you opened your shop after July 10th, then there's not going to be any analytics prior to your shop opening. But that's what mine are showing. Up here, you can change the date range. It's a little glitchy on my phone. As you can see, the dates kind of overlap each other and you can't see it very well. It looks perfect on desktop, but just not on the phone. So something to keep in mind. But you can pick whatever date range you want to pick. So we could say August 1st to September 1st. Oh, yeah. And then anyways, we'll do this anyway because you want to know this. When you're on the new dashboard, you go up here and that little 3 lines, and then you go to shop settings, and then you go to analytics. And that's how you get to this screen to start with. And it automatically puts in September 1st to today's date, I think. But I'm going to do August 1st to September 1st, apply. Dun, dun, dun. And it is a little bit slow. It takes a second, but that's no big deal. I'm not in a place with great internet right now anyway. And then this first section up here, sessions by state. And as you can see, there's a color coding system to it, and it tells you how many sessions there were that came from an IP address in these states. And you can see there is a ton from Washington State, and that is because that is me. And that's something that you have to keep in mind with these, is that it's going to show anytime that you looked at an item in your shop. And I look at items in my shop a lot. I have gotten into a really bad habit of not hitting the preview button, and then on the new dashboard for a while the preview button wasn't working. I'm not sure if there is a good way to do it now because I got into such a bad habit of constantly just going to my product like I was a shopper, which I'm going to have to try to get out of the habit of doing because I don't want it to throw off my stats too much, because it says there were 47 or more I'm guessing there was 47 sessions from Washington State within that 1 month period, but I don't really know for sure. Some of those might not have been me, at least a couple of them, but overall most of them are probably me. But it gives you this little deal here, and then sessions by device, mobile, desktop, or tablet, which to me has never been super important, but if you have a mosaic site, for example, and you have people come to your page through their mobile, the banners are different than through your desktop, and you get to create different banners for that and stuff. So, you might want to note if more people are coming from mobile for anything, which mine are. 66% of my customers are coming from mobile over that period of time. Session by medium, it says, and a bunch of them are none. And then there's organic or referral. I'm not sure what else there is besides organic or referral. I'm not sure if organic counts, I'm assuming Google searches. And then referral would be if you get somebody to come to your shop through social media or something like that. So This is when they're talking about refinement. They're going to get more specific on this eventually. And then, speaking of which, you've got view items by category. And so these are the number of views per category. And so 35 people visited my shop through something that was in the category fall and Thanksgiving. That's a lot of my products fall under fall and Thanksgiving. So it's not really very specific to products yet, but that's okay. Book accessories, I only have a few book accessories, so when I see that 5 people viewed that, I know exactly what that is, and there's only a few listings for that, so that gives me a little bit of information. And then views by date. And so you can see here, my biggest date was August 11th. I had 19 views that day. And then you can just kind of see this line that goes up and down. And then adds to cart by date, or add to carts by date. That sounds a little funny, but you get the point. So that's kind of all the information that they have. You can change around the dates and, get really specific if you wanted to. We could do, what's today, the 6th? We could do just Monday the 4th through today. And I haven't visited my shop at all during that time, I don't think. So yeah, I had basically one person from California and then a couple people from the Midwest. It looks like I've had 3 total, and I know none of those were me. So then I can see here what they looked at was under home decor and under magnets. And I'm guessing when it says home decor, I don't have a category called home decor. So if somebody went to home decor, that may have been through the search page. I don't know. View items by date. There's not many dates here. And then there was no add to carts. So it's not a huge ton of information, but there is some information, and it's something that we could use. Whenever I use data like this in Google Analytics or in my Etsy shop or anything, I try to do a longer period of time. Generally 30 days is pretty good amount of time. So we could do August 6th. I think I just accidentally did September. We could do August 6th through September 6th, and we could use a little more information that way. If you just have a few days in there, you're just not really getting good information because you just never know from such a short period of time. But, this is really helpful to have an idea of which of your items are being looked at, and especially if you haven't had sales yet, it's to let you know that people are looking at your products and they are seeing them. And if you're not sharing anything on social media, then those are coming from organic searches. If you are sharing things on social media, then you're going to be looking at this referral section, and you can see how many people clicked on one of your one of your links somewhere within social media, and that's how they got to your page probably. So it could have been Goimagine social media, it could have been some different things. We don't really know for sure exactly what referral means, exactly what organic means in the terms of this report, but either way, it's pretty awesome that we have this information, so everybody should have fun and play with it. And I'm going to look a little bit further into the fixes that they have on the new beta dashboard and try to do an update on the beta dashboard soon, and make sure I know how many characters are really allowed in the tags and all of that stuff, because I know a lot of questions come up about that quite often. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas of anything you want to hear more about, definitely leave a comment below, or any questions or anything. Make sure to give a thumbs up if you found this helpful or interesting in any way, and don't forget to subscribe to get more videos about Goimagine and selling online. See ya!